in the little towns that took pictures.
Okay.
And when they got together in there, taking pictures.
It just had to be okay with siblings.
She did, yeah. I remember saying you and Grandma used to ride to, was it Fort Lauderdale? On your bikes all the time?
Yeah.
That's a-
Over there, yeah. Anyway, yep, we ride 30, 40 miles on a Sunday. We always rode 30 miles and got breakfast.
Okay. All right. Is that the Skidoo one? No, that was before. I remember.
That's a Skidoo, I think, yeah.
I remember riding the snowmobile all the time on the lake.
Yeah.
And Troy and I one time were racing, and he hit a patch of ice, and I couldn't stop, and I hit him,
Yeah.
and I broke the cowling or whatever of the snowmobile. I remember that. That was we were kids then.
Yeah.
We used to go all over that lake on the snowmobiles and stuff.
Yeah. I was the first Arctic cat dealer in Michigan.
You were?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
1966.
Okay.
I had to had my motor snowmobiles into Petoskey. I'd have them shipped down here. I was the first Arctic cat dealer in Michigan.
Okay.
Late 65, 66.
Well, I know you said your brother had the first TV. Was that?
That was a Mounts. MUMTZ. You get 3 stations. Turn out, yeah. I remember. You got Kalamazoo, Lansing, and Grand Rapids.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Kalamazoo was the first one we got. Then they got the just 17-inch mounts. And didn't have, when you turned it on, you had the volume. Turn it over here, you had 3 stations. A good TV too, worked good.
Good.
Antenna outside just to reach.
Okay.
They were good. Royal had a Motorola, and his was round. He get I believe 6 stations.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had the first TV then, or did your brother have it?
Royal.
That's yeah. And then
He had the second TV for
Okay.
yeah. The guy sold it, had the first one.
Okay. Now you drove a semi for a while too. You drove a truck for a while.
Oh yeah, hauled cars. I had a picture of me here.
So I opened up my book and I thought, well,
How'd you do that, Al?
what,
That car hauler I had, that car hauler.
I don't know. I'll have to find it. I don't know where
Yeah,
it's at.
hauled the Oldsmobile.
It's probably in
Oh,
the
yeah,
purple box.
See, I try to remember everything you tell me.
I read the purple box out and I said, "Look, consider I'm going."
Yeah.
I said, I was sitting there, I pulled the other box.
How high can you jump? Hey, high enough. Whoa, almost.
Doug, we have,
Okay, I'll go put more away.
okay.
That's all the fun I can handle for one day.
There's this one. We've got several copies of it, but on the back of this one, it tells who everybody is.
That's all the grass.
Okay.
Your picture's on there?
Yeah, from the park.
Oh, right there. Okay.
But we're on.
Uncle, Dumpy, and Naughty.
Harold Jack, Harold Green, Harold Royal, that's Gordon, and this is my dad, and that's my mother. And she got it all rolled on back. And I have to look at that. That's my grandma Graft. That's grandma. That's my grandma Graft.
Okay.
That's my mother. And this is Earl, Glenn. I don't know who that is down there. Might have been Buster. And Grandpa Graff.
Yes, it's Stella Graft, Earl Graft, Evelyn Graft, and Claire Graft.
Reuben Graff.
Okay. That is
Who's that?
George Green and Ovanda, Paul Green's great-grandpa, Paul Green's parent, great-grandpa, and Grandma Green.
All them on there?
No, she's
Oh.
saying who they are. Georgia Green and Ovanda.
Yeah. That was my grandpa.
It says Paul Green's,
Paul Green's dad.
Parents.
Yeah, George Green, yeah.
yep, that was Grandpa Green's parents, right?
okay.
And that's the grandma when she was 100 years old.
I remember visiting her at the farmhouse. She had an
Yeah,
old farmhouse at
Yeah.
one time. I don't think she was 100 then,
yeah,
but she was in a bed then.
yeah.
And let's see, this says picture when he went to work at Vickers in Highland Park, Detroit. Paul and Evelyn Graft Green married at Charlotte, Saturday, September 21st, 1918. After Paul went into Army, World War I, he had a Ford race car made from a Model T Ford.
Oh, cool.
That would be Grandpa's dad.
Okay.
And oh. That says Harriet Lamb's Graft, which is just grandma,
Oh, okay.
grandma. Because her
Okay.
name was Hattie. Her name was Harriet, but they called her Hattie.
Okay.
And so that was her as a young girl, apparently.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm just gonna put this out, so you don't get mixed up.
Let's see, might have a
Yeah,
better-
but yeah. that was-
You don't get mixed up.
And we have pictures from the Walkers also, but we'll get into that.
Okay.
I said, we have pictures from the Walkers from his Grandma Green's side, but from Mom's side.
So this is, oh, this
That's
is,
a little confusing, but
okay.
I guess that's, well, George and Yolanda was Grandpa Paul's
Yeah.
parents.
Okay. So Grandpa Paul up there.
Yeah,
That's
his
their,
parents.
that's so
Yes, sir.
Grandpa Paul right there.
Yeah,
And
His parents.
the parents right there. Okay.
which is
Gotta be-
George Green and Yolanda.
Okay.
She was talking on the telephone, lightning struck and killed her.
Oh,
Who
okay.
was?
Yeah, it used to be when they had to go crack telephone, you
Yeah.
didn't talk on it when it was storming because the lightning hit it with all the wires down. You was talking near, hit near that, At that time, it wasn't unusual for 7 or 8 barns to burn down through the winter. Lightning, we had a lot of lightning, and lightning struck all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. And Michigan used to have a lot of lightning, and the reason for that is because it was all swamp. And that was, when it finally got cleared off, and the lightning let up.
There's nothing written on this, but I can tell you, this picture was in a newspaper because I seen something on Portland hometown history, and they had the article and this picture. It was it was for their anniversary, and they were married quite a few years.
Yeah.
Well, who does your grandpa look like?
That's your great-great-grandpa and grandma.
Wow.
That's these two.
Okay. So this one.
I believe was taken probably to put in the
It's
newspaper.
here.
Yep. Same people.
See, this ties everything together, so you know who everybody is.
Now, if that isn't enough to mix you up with, you come again.
Oh, I'll come again.
I'll get your graphs together.
Sounds good.
I brought them up with me.
Okay.
See, this is all.
When you go get some more of that stuff, I'll get your graphs out and you read them.
Okay. That would be
And
good.
You take pictures of it,
Okay. I'll do that.
and that way you can separate them.
Hmm.
But I'm not going to confuse you that now.
Okay.
You've got enough pictures there now.
There's a. So,
Okay.
so glad I got a chance to come up and do this. I think there's more time at the 100th birthday. There
Yeah.
wasn't time to really sit down and
Oh, yeah.
talk or
Yeah.
anything like that. But this gave us time to.
Yeah.
And I remember all the stories you told me. And I just
Time to do so you knew something about it.
wanted to kind of record all the stories you told
Yeah.
me that way. So I'm glad.
These are the grandma's.
I got it in my file. I brought it with me.
They'll have to come over before you
Yeah.
go back.
Yeah, we
Spend the
will.
day.
Yeah.
The sad
Bring
part
pizza
is,
again.
Paul's wife got us all this history. And now she's gone. I don't know who's going to get us anymore. No, I don't know.
Well, probably nobody,
Probably nobody.
but she got a lot.
A good job for you.
Mm-hmm. And I know she got us up through Riley.
Yeah.
She was getting information through Riley, and I think that was where it kind of ended. From
Right,
there,
well,
maybe.
she
it-
went-
She
Fishing
went
around.
right back, she went to the different cemeteries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, here's your,
Like, I keep it laid there on my desk.
Okay.
I haven't got it up here. I got it in Florida.
We'd have to bring one. We have one at home.
No, you have to
Oh.
come down.
Yeah. Oh, I like that idea better.
Come down and see it.
Okay.
It isn't here.
no,
I think you gave it to me, but I'm not sure where I got it. You give it to me.
Probably.
Yeah.
It might be one we have at home that because for Riley we always do like a clothesline with a bunch of pictures and stuff. So we have one of you and him standing beside each other. So
Riley, that's why I put that one.
Yep.
Riley always liked to stand next to Grandpa.
He
with his
did.
arm.
Yes.
Your
Yep.
grandsons all like to stand next to you because they were taller than you.
I thought I had one up here, but I haven't. I don't know
Well,
where I got it.
you very well could have over
It could
here
be in your
these
stuff.
boxes that we didn't, even some of these pictures came out of, but there's two boxes.
Yeah, well, what was nice is we, as a family, take a lot of pictures. And now it's tougher now because everything's on camera, on memory cards. So you don't actually have the pictures like we did before.
Right.
So you don't go back like we used
There's
to.
one right there.
Yep.
That's when she was a baby.
It was, yes. Yeah, probably a year old, and we got a 5-generation
Yeah.
one in there too. I don't know if it's in here, but we have a 5-generation
You
one.
did, and didn't I put it in there?
Mm,
I got to the point was I was having trouble squishing everything in there.
Right there.
Right,
Yeah, and we had a 5 one, so.
yeah, but I
we have
didn't
a-
put that, cause I had this one that had everybody, so
Yeah.
I used that one instead.
No, that's a good one. That was a fun trip. That was one of the best
Was
trips
that in Florida?
That was one of the best ones we took in Florida. Yeah,
I didn't realize that was in
Grandpa, or Grandpa or Dad or Mom or somebody rented a pontoon,
Yep.
and we went out and saw dolphins and all sorts of stuff and took the boat ride all over. That was one of the funnest trips. So that's, I think, when we went to see Alligator Farm and everything. So we have to get Olivia down there to go see Alligator Farm and all that stuff. We have to get Olivia down there to go see the alligators and all that stuff.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So,
Where?
Florida, where Grandpa lives.
I've been to Florida.
Yeah, but not where he lives. He's got alligators where he
I'll
lives.
show you.
See?
That's you.
Yeah.
That's you.
Yep.
Come here.
So, in time, I will show you all of these videos, and you'll be able to go through and hear all the histories, 6 generations that Grandpa we have out there of us.
You get it.
So,
Why take one of Carol and I and you?
okay.
I happen to be Abby.
Huh?
I happen to be Abby.
Okay, well, whichever one you are.
Well, now just,
Get them all.
I can get us all.
That's 4 generations. You know that, Doc.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
That's 4 generations.
Yep.
Yeah. You, her, me, her. Yeah.
Yep.
You won't get very many of them again.
No, that's hard to do anymore. That's
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to coming down again and getting a lot more information and finding all sorts of stuff.
Okay.
So,
And like I
good.
said, we'll get your Grandma Walker Green.
That sounds good. That'd
We'll
be
get on
good.
that side of the family, cause
I'll
I
get
found a
next
bunch of
time
pictures
I'll
there.
get the graphs out.
Okay. That sounds good.
There's not too much history on it because George Graft come from Germany when he was 17 years old.
Yeah, I can get it.
If you're down here, I'll take you over to the cemetery. I took there once. Over the Abbey Cemetery, David Farm here.
Yep.
You take pictures of the souls.
Okay.
That'll tell you who his grandma grafts are.
Okay.
That'll be 5 generations back. So it might be that you have her come along and you take it.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
You,
Got his confused with mine.
me, Abby, 1, 2, that'd be 4. They're 2 generations, and they're 5, 6 generations. He's the 6th generation.
Wow. That's
George Graft. And he was 17 years old when he came over here. Now you stop and think about that a minute. He was 17 years old. I can't get no history on it, why he come over. I've got I don't know who. I've got some other Graft relation. Maybe I can figure it out. They come from Biden, Germany. I'll have to read it.
Okay.
I'll go through it again. And but I've got most of the history on all the Grafts. They were quite a big family. It was Claire, Buster, Earl, Mother, Stella, Glenn. There was 7 of them, 6 of them. There was 7 of them. One was named Walter, and he died when he was, I believe, 10 years old, and they buried him in the corn crib up in the house. I was on a farm out there.
Oh,
They buried
at at Grandma's farm?
yeah, no.
No,
My
at
Grandma Graft farm.
Grandma's farm. I remember because she had an old big barn and everything out there.
Yeah. It
Okay.
used to be, and Grandpa used to find out where he buried. Yeah.
Wow.
Of course, that one kid died at, they had money enough to have a funeral, so they buried him right there. Yeah. And that had been that many years ago. So we haven't been civilized too damn long.
No.
It was, I don't know where my grandma and grandpa buried. I've been told, but I can't remember now. But she died when she was about 38 years old.
That's what was always.
And then my grandfather, my great-grandfather, come to live with my grandpa. He lived there till he died. And Grandma's told me where she's buried. But my grandma there comes from a family of 6 or 8 girls, and they were all married around the Danby area, Eagle. Of course, at that time, Danby Grange was that was the meeting place. Everybody, all the small farmers belonged to Grange. My grandpa had 80-acre ground. He had 56 acres of work ground and raised 7 kids on it with a team of horses.
Wow.
How about that? That's all they had. They homesteaded. No, they didn't homestead. They bought this farm, and they paid 10% interest. And you had a day that you made the payment. We'll say the 30th day of the month. If you didn't make it that day, they took the mortgage back, took the farm back. That used to be, but they've since made a law that they can't do that. That time, you couldn't pay it the day before, you couldn't pay it the day after. You had to pay it that day.
Okay. Or else they take it.
That was the way a lot of them got their farms back.
Okay.
My dad used to take Model Ts and make race cars out of them. Oh, there's a lot of history around there. My grandpa always had a team of horses. He never had a tractor. Buster had his first tractor, and that was, I don't remember now. First tractor he got was in about,
This was Grandpa's mom with Grandma and Grandpa Green, Paul and Evelyn. This was wedding souvenir book, and it tells when they were married. And this is a record of Grandpa Paul Green's birth to death.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it tells. Now, and I want you to notice something. I don't know if you knew that. Grandma Green's name was Evalyn, because they made a mistake on her birth certificate.
Okay.
I'm Evelyn. Grandma was named after Grandma Graft's baby sister. Her name was Evelyn, and it was Evelyn. She went by Evie.
Okay.
Grandma only ever went by Evelyn.
Okay. That is so cool.
I'm sorry to cut your movie production short, but we kind of have to go home sometime. You can't just stay here forever.
That's his last photograph that they have of me.
It was a work photograph, so I don't know. October 27, 1941. He died January 10th, 1944. So,
Water on my screen.
no, that wouldn't probably be the last one. I gave it to Paul and Kim, but we had a letter in here that was written the day that Grandpa died, and Uncle Royal had wrote it and sent it home to his parents.
Okay.
And of course, he didn't know that his dad had died yet
Oh,
when he
wow.
wrote the letter. That was it. Oh.
There's a lot to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's.
That's a lot of people
I'm saying
came.
there's a lot of people there.
I would imagine.
This was the whole county. It looks like the whole county came to his funeral.
Yeah,
And I'm sure it was right at home, wasn't it?
yeah.
Didn't they have them at the homes?
So this would be a lot of the relatives and everything too. Some of them will be, I would
I'm gonna
think.
say so. Okay, that's it, yep.
Okay. We do the memorandum and stuff. So, yeah, so far everything.
Oh. And some,
Was birth certificate?
no, that,
This is
Grandpa's death certificate.
okay.
So he died in Detroit.
Okay.
He was working.
That's more history, Grandpa, than I ever knew. That's more history than I ever knew. I'm so glad. That's cool. I know Mom always liked to know all this stuff and all the history and everything
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. So, yep. Now you know all the history, Olive. Well, thank you. I'll be coming down again to do some more.
Yep, that's fine.